Hey, bundle figure here. What we see on the stand is McFarlane's DC Multiverse Kid Flash from Crisis on Infinite Earth's Wave. He comes with 2 extra alternate hands and collectible parts for the monitor. This is a gold label exclusive, only available on McFarlane Toys Store website. It is $40 by itself, but about $30 for this if you buy a bundle. It is an incredibly expensive wave. And this time I'm going to skip posing section. I'm just going to focus on the figure and that's it. Okay, let's get him off the stand and take a closer look. I want to show you the box real quick. This is a Build-A-Figure wave. He comes with two legs, and on the back is just a picture, a monitor. So all the figures have the same picture. So except for this layout that has different parts of the body. And this one, it shows the legs. Let's see how tall he is next to the ruler. It's about this tall. Now let's do figure comparisons. Let's start with the Flash figures. So he comes with this. I don't have a lot of Flash figures. Just these are the only Flash figures I have right now. I don't need that many. These guys can't stand. Let me fix this. Okay. So that's what they look like. This is Barry Allen. That's Wally West. That's Wally West. And this is the cartoon. They're all from McFarlane. Here he is next to Crisis on Infinite Earths, Earth 2 Superman. So there you see that the height difference is really good. Here he is next to Happy Superman and Bizarro. Here he is next to John Stewart, Green Lantern, and Diana. Here is Steel and Robin. You can see that he seems to be the same age as Robin here. Chris O'Donnell Robin. So they're kind of like similar. That's how I see Kid Flash here. Here he is next to Spawn and figurized Goku. Here he is next to Amazing Yabuguchi, Reverse Flash, and Magical 112 Collective Doctor Doom. Here he is next to Marvel Legends figures, Spider-Man and Sentry. Okay, let's do articulation. Here's the head. It goes up this far, down this far, side to side, full 360. Arms go up this far. It has kind of like a butterfly joint, kind of. And it goes this far, up, down, and full 360, bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, goes about this far. wrist goes this way, and this way, and swivel, full swivel, full swivel. And now the chest arches back this far, arches forward this far. The legs, oh yeah, the side, hold on, side to side, this far, full 360 at the top, and a little bit of a struggle to do the bottom part, but you can still do it. And now the legs can split. It's because of the pelvis joint, the pelvis diaper. It is restricting the movement of the legs. It's the exact same mold as this one. It's just this one you can go all the way. It's because the pelvis piece is softer. You understand? So this one is not soft. It's really rigid. So he can't really do a full split. Same thing with the legs going up, but I'll show you in a minute. I just want to show you upper thigh swivel. It goes a little bit inwards and outwards, inwards, outwards, and then he cannot close his legs together, so it goes this far. That's the closest he can go with the legs together. And now let's do a kick. He kicks up. It's hard to explain. It's very rigid. Look how rigid it is. It's not soft, you know. And this thing sucks, man. Look at that. You can't really kick all the way up, just a little bit. Now let's do both. Okay, that's it. See? Now let's look at this mold. It's the same mold. So it gets up this far. Well, I guess it's the same, but yeah, I don't know. It just feels more. This one feels like it has more range of the legs, simply because of the softer material of the pelvis piece. This pelvis piece is more rigid. You see how that flares out on the sides? That really sucks. It's really weird. Anyway, now the knees is double jointed. Are double jointed. The knees are double jointed. It goes about this far. And the feet goes down this far, up this far, which is very good. Angle, pivot, and angle swivel. And tone hinges, which is good. Alright, so that's it for articulation. Now I want to go over sculpt and paint. First off, the silhouette of this figure is a little better. I would say not a little, I would say like a lot better than the previous Flash action figures from McFarlane. This is a lot better. Except for the hands, of course. But everything else, like minus the hands, everything else looks good. it's a good looking figure, really. It really is. Now, I want to talk about the colors. I'll go over the sculpt in a minute, but right now the colors is throwing me off because the red is not really red. It looks more orange. Let me show you an example. Here's an orange Scarlet Speedster. Okay, you can see the shade of red is different. Look how different the red's. See how different? This looks more orange. Now let me show you another example. Let's use this. You see how orange this one is on Kid Flash. It looks more, I mean, the camera is not capturing it right now. What I'm seeing with my own eyes is very orange. So anyway, let's talk about the head and then I'll go over the hands next. And the body. But first, let's go with the head. I'm gonna get a closer look. Okay, you can see the detail. It looks good. It's a great looking sculpt. They added the eyebrows, it looks like, but it's very subtle. He's got highlights on his hair. Great sculpted hair. You can see the wings on the ears. The eyes are painted neatly. Nicely painted skin tone. He looks sad though. It looks like, I mean, I don't know if it's intentional from McFarlane, but he does look sad here. He looks kind of, he looks upset and worried and sad because in the story, in Infinite on, what is it called? Infinite on Earth, Infinite Earth, Crisis on Infinite Earths. He was upset because Barry Allen disappeared. He was going too fast or something, and he went into the future or in a time sphere or whatever, and he was worried about Barry Allen in that story. So I find it very interesting how they sculpted his face that way. It looks like he's about to cry a little bit. Not really, but he's about to. But it is a very good head sculpt. It is much better than the Barry Allen head sculpt. Let me show you the Barry Allen. You can see, just look how small that is. His head is small. Look at Barry Allen's head. It looks small. Kid Flash has a better head size. It scales better with the body. See? Let me turn to the side so you can see. It's interesting, huh? Anyway, I like this figure a lot because of that head size being upscaled a little bit. So now he looks more proportionate, except for the hands. And about the hands, let's talk about the hands, shall we? So I'm going to show you real quick. Okay. Look at Scarlet Spider's hands. Look at Kid Flash's hand. See how similar they are in size? Scarlet Spider is 6-inch scale. Kid Flash is 7-inch scale. And look how huge he is. Like, let me show you. See how big he is next to Scarlet Spider. Now, Now, here's the kicker. Let's compare him to Hush Superman, right? Now, compare the hand. Now, let's look at the hand, okay? Just real quick, just for fun. Let's look at the hand. Look at that. It just shows just how tiny his hand really is. And not only that, even worse. This hand right here on this side is smaller than this hand. Are you kidding me? And they're different shades of red. This is the correct color. It matches with that. But this one does not match the red. It's more obvious with the naked eye. You can't see through the camera because the camera is not capturing it right. But yeah, you can see, look how orange that is. It's ridiculous. So anyway, so that's why I wanted to show you. Anyway, the muscle tone is pretty good. I do like the body type for Kid Flash, to be honest, because he reminds me of someone who's already grown up at age 16 or something like that. I don't know how old he was in Crisis on Infinite Earths, but this one right here, I think this body looks perfect for him, simply because this chest right here in this area is too small. He's really buff though, but I do like it. I like this look on him. Looks awesome. It looks good in front, kinda, but I think it's a little too big. You know, it's a little too wide. But here's the worst part. The back looks way too big. Look how big that butt is. And he's really flat too. It's not a good look. Look at that. It's not a good look, honestly. I mean, I don't really look here that much, so it doesn't bother me. But it really sticks out at you, you know? These boots are completely different compared to Flashpoint Barry Allen boots. Now look at the sculpt of the boots. Look at the wings right here. See the wings? They're so different. The wings on Kid Flash is much bigger. And now look at the sculpted wrinkles on the bottom section here. He has nothing in this section on Kid Flash. It's interesting. And he's got different, he's got gloves on right here. And this is painted on. This is sculpted on. Right? Very different. And he's got different pelvis piece here. Different pelvis piece. So what's different is forearms, boots, right here, boots, forearms, pelvis, and head. Everything else is pretty much the same reuse of this body. Okay, I want to talk about accessories that came into the box with this figure. Here are the monitor's legs that came with this figure. So yeah, really nice sculpted detail, very interesting. And it's got a trusty stand here, and it's got these tiny open hands, karate chop hands. I have to use. Look how tiny these things are. Nice sculpt though. It's sculpted very nicely. Too bad that they're too small. So let's put them on and see what they look like. It's amazing just how big those pegs are. Let me take this out real quick. Look how big those pegs are. I mean, it's amazing how these tiny, tiny little hands still fit on those pegs. Yeah, wow. That's something. Let me take this hand off. It's not as easy as Earth 2 Superman, where I can just swap the hands. This is way harder. So I hope I don't break the wrist. Let me get a closer look. Watch how I try to take it off. See that? Ridiculous. You have to pinch on the wrist pegs. Oh my gosh. Jeez. Wow, they are thick. Got it. It's a little better, but not much. Now he can do some running poses. These hands are so small. Wow, it is something. So here is the card he comes with, and it looks like it's accurate. I didn't know. I mean, I don't know. I did read the comic book Crisis on Infinite Earths, but I don't remember if his suit was orange or red. But it looks orange here, and it pretty much matches the color, kind of similar color with the figure. So there's that. So I guess it's accurate. And you can see on the back the data file on the back. You can pause and read if you want. So yeah, that's it. Now let's talk about cons. The hands are hilariously small. It has a really big diaper piece, and it's not soft enough for the legs to kick up more. It is very hard to take a fist hand off the peg. It has good head sculpt, but it looks like he's about to cry. Not sure if that's intentional. And of course, it is very overpriced. It really should have been $20. Pros are that it looks proportionate except for the hands and pelvis. It has nice paint application on the head sculpt. The head sculpt is really nicely done. Nice yellow color. I like the yellow on this figure. It looks nice. It has a clean lightning bolt on his chest. It is pretty articulated because the head has more range in all directions. Okay, I would like to state my opinion about this figure. It is honestly a pretty nice figure. It has nice colors, nice head sculpt. I think I'm gonna keep this guy, but I don't recommend getting him because then you have to buy an extra figure that comes with better hands. And unfortunately, I don't think you can find hands with matching red on this guy. So you'll have to, I mean, if you do buy this by yourself, you're paying $40 and another extra $20 for like a red tornado or some other character with red hands, just so you can get proportionate hands on him. But other than that, if you can look past his tiny hands, it's a pretty nice figure to have in anyone's collection. Basically, it is a nice one. But I would say I would not buy him if I were you, because he is very expensive. And maybe just wait for a regular Wally West. But if you do really want this figure so badly, I suggest you buy a bundle. And that's exactly what I did. So I had to buy the whole wave, only because it's a little cheaper than just buying this guy by himself, because the shipment cost from McFarlane store is ridiculous. So just buy the whole wave first and try to sell them. I'm going to try selling the monitor and the other two figures, which are Spectre and Psycho Pirate. So that's it. And keep Kid Flash and Superman. That's about it. If you subscribe and stick around, you'll be seeing a review of this guy next. I don't care about this character, so I'm gonna make it fast. I'm not going to do poses section or pros and cons on this guy. I just don't care about this character enough to do that. So it might be like 10 or 15 minutes long review. So stick around, and if you're curious, you'll see it. So I hope this video helps you decide on whether or not you should get this figure. This figure is expensive, but anyway, keep posting your action figures, and I'll see you next time.